Hello my On The Shitter listeners. Thank you very much for following me for the first 2 episodes. I really appreciate it. And I know that the pressure's mounting now for me to produce some deuce, because apparently I don't shit enough. Said no one ever. I have been known to shit 8 times in the morning, 4 times on the way home. I am quite the heavy shitter. I shit so much I probably don't even realise I'm doing it. I'm probably shitting right now. No, if I was shitting right now, I would know about it, because I am suffering slightly from a complaint in the arse region. So I would know if I was shitting right now. I would definitely know about it. So anyway, I need to take my mind off what's going on below me and have a look at what's going on around me today. I've got some problems coming in.
So, there is a very beautiful young man that I am fucking, yeah. Let's call a spade a spade. And he wants to call me Daddy's little girl. Now, don't feel good about that. In fact, it makes my skin crawl. What do I do? So when he's been messaging me, I've been not replying and using that kind of technique. You know, if he sends something that's good and I like the name, I will reply. If he sends your daddy's little girl, I do not reply. Hint's not quite, but he's not quite getting the hint. How do I broach this subject? Because obviously it only comes up either when sexting or during sex, and you don't ever want to kill the mood. So what do you do? What do you do?
Oh dear, that's a problem. Yes, this happens I think every once in a woman's lifetime, when you meet a man who for some fucking reason thinks that this is cute. I don't know if he has a father of his own. I mean, Jesus Christ, think about what you're saying. Or don't, forbid, heavens forbid. But, well, you see, I think you're doing exactly the right thing by ignoring him. Definitely the right thing by ignoring these requests. Hopefully he will just get the idea and knock it on the head. Otherwise, I don't know, you're going to have to introduce him to your daddy. At some point you're going to have to introduce him. Go, this is my daddy. Because I know your daddy. I happen to know you. And I know 2 things about you. I know, number 1, I know your dad. And as fit as he is, he's not what you want to be thinking about. Especially if you're banging his daughter. Do you know what I mean? So I would introduce the 2 somehow, some way. You can use an old photo album. Put the image of daddy in his head too. That could help. Number 2, I also know about you, previous to this, is that you live in the north of the UK. And in the north of the UK, you say me for my, you know. So why is he asking you all the time to call me daddy? Does he want you to call his daddy? Why? Well, call his dad and ask him if he knows why his son keeps asking you to call me daddy. Just be like, this guy keeps asking me, your son keeps asking me every time I see him to call me daddy. And I'm like, I don't have his phone number. But, hey, I looked it up and here I am. Do you know why he wants me to call me daddy? Or his daddy? Yeah. Bring some real life daddies into the equation. That should fucking sort that little problem out. Anyway, let's see what else we've got in the chamber. Chamber of horrors. Wow, I don't know if you heard that just then, but that was the sound of the toilet upstairs flushing. A rare moment has occurred where toilets have collided, and now it makes me wonder, can they hear me recording this podcast? Worries me slightly. Anyway, let's deal with the next problem.
Why is it that I want to have more sex than the guy wants to have sex? What is wrong with me?
What is wrong with you? Why do you want to have more sex than the guy wants to have sex? Well, genuinely authentic Eastern European woman. How much sex is it that you're asking for? I mean, if you always want more sex than a man, I'm guessing you've probably been with quite a few men in order to figure that out. And I know that men can be pretty extreme on the frequency of sex that they like to receive. So I'm looking at an average of how much men need sex and trying to figure out exactly how much sex it is that you need in order to satisfy yourself. Well, maybe you are a freak of nature, a sexual freak of nature. You just need to make sure they think you're always fucking someone else and they will not stop giving it to you. That's a good technique. So yeah, maybe just keep a handful of them on the go. Keep them in rotation, dump them every now and then by text message, and then get back together with them. They will not stop banging you, especially if they think you're banging everybody else at the same time. I don't know why it works that way, it just fucking does. So yeah, loosen up. Or get more sexual partners. Again, I didn't promise good advice. I just promised that I would respond to your problems. Maybe I'll help. Yeah, good luck on finding an answer to that problem. I hope it's not because you're a crazy sex freak addict.
Hiya, I've got a question for Tori on the shitter. How do you give a girl a good organism? And how do you know if they're faking it? Because I've heard they can do that. Thanks very much from the Prague Geezer.
Oh, a resident Prague Geezer. Easy now, Prague Geezer. Alright, mate. Alright, Prague Geezer. Well, how do you give a girl an organism? A good organism. That's a good question. Well, I'm imagining that you mean orgasm, but you're too embarrassed to say the word because it's quite grown up, isn't it? If you're talking about orgasms, then there's a very easy way in order to get a girl to have a good time, a great time. In fact, it starts very simply with taking out the vacuum cleaner and hoovering all the floors. Vacuum all the floors. After you've done that, just take a duster and some polish to all the surfaces that you can see nearby. Take the washing out of the washing machine. Within half an hour of the machine finishing, hang it up to dry somewhere fresh. She will fucking love it. Other than that, make sure you get her a bunch of flowers on the way in and slip a digit up her arsehole when she's not expecting it. Do they fake? And about faking it, girls do fake it. Girls do fake it. I don't see the point. I feel like it's programming the algorithm badly if you fake it. And I think any girl that's doing faking their organisms, mate, is programming the algorithm in a terrible way. Because how are you supposed to know if you're bad at it and a girl's like, oh God, then you're going to think you're winning and you're never going to learn. Like, a woman should always say, if it ain't going well. So, just listen, do a little bit of fucking housework every now and then, and don't hang out with girls that fake anything. Keep it real, Prague Geezer. I hope this helps. So here I am sitting here dealing with other people's problems. And I really have got one of my own. The problem is my butthole. I'm having a terrible time of it with the old BH. I don't want to go into too many details for a change because, just if you are a nice person, then you will send me good butthole vibes. I'm doing everything I can. I'm just having a little bit of butthole trouble this week. But everything should be back up and running smoothly soon. So please, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, take care of your buttholes. Don't eat too many jalapenos, chilies, if you're not built for it. It really does burn and cause extra issues further down the line. I wonder how people get through their life in prison when they are hiding phone chargers and stuff up there. It's really times like this where I wonder how do you a phone charger? I mean, in this country it's one thing. I'm just looking at it now. In this country, easy peasy. It's a two-prong attack, mate. You just shove that, boop, pop that right up there, no problem. Just wrap the coil around the two pins, and you're good. Definitely could get that up there with a little bit of Vaseline. But in England, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the British plug system. 3 prongs, it's like a cube triangle. If you stand on it, it's worse than Lego. Oh God, in hell, there will be a place with just upturned plugs to walk across while somebody plays Adele albums back to back. In fact, hell will be a shopping mall. This is my hell, right? My hell. If I've been bad enough to go to hell, if this podcast sends me to some kind of hell for talking about being on the toilet and using all the wrong words all the time, well, my hell will be a shopping mall, a big shopping mall with all the big brand stores in it, and I will be forced to walk around in it and shop. And playing over the tannoy constantly will be a mixture of Adele and U2. And on the ground, it won't be like a tile floor. No, not the soft shopping experience. It'll be a barefoot Lego on one floor and plugs on another floor and stinging nettles on another floor. I never walked across a stinging nettle, but I'm just imagining it's not very nice. Especially when you've just been walking over plugs and Lego on the other floors. Oh God, I need to do good things. So that's why I'm solving people's problems, I guess. And obviously I'm doing a cracking job, because who's got any problems? No one, apparently. That's what my WhatsApp's telling me, guys. Please, I'm not messing around. Send me messages. You can also send me your thoughts or confessions if there's something you need to get off your chest and you don't want to tell anyone but you need to tell someone. You can tell me. I'm only going to broadcast it on several places on the internet and talk about it in some sort of detail. But of course, please do get in touch with me. My phone number is +420. That's right, I'm in the Czech Republic where the calling code is 420. Super, super appropriate. 420 607 208 838. That's +420 607 208 838. Or you can email me bertsonline, that's Berts with a Z, online @gmail.com. And I am ready to listen to you. Please don't send me pictures of your shit. I'm not into it as much as you think I might be. I'm happy to hear lengthy descriptions. If you want to send me a voicemail of a description of a poo you had, which was particularly amazing or traumatising, I'd be happy to listen to that too. But please don't inundate me with actual visuals of your shit. I don't need it. I just don't need it. Words are fine. Words are all good. Cool. Well, I need to apply creams and lotions and get out of this nightmare chamber. I am scared to let anything actually drop out of me today. I'll be sure to let you know next time how I get on. Hopefully everything will be cleared up and I'll be farting away, back to normal, pooing out my lovely, regular, lovely turds. Well, that's disgusting, some people say. But, you know, you did start listening to a podcast called On the Shitter. What did you fucking expect?
Because I've heard they can do that. Organism.